women with the snap of their fingers. With the power of the mere exposure effect, you can make almost anyone believe anything with enough pressure and exposure. This makes it one of the most dangerous weapons that kids face today.
For instance, you might be wondering why some politicians propose seemingly ludicrous bills, like the one in Michigan threatening people with 5 years in prison for misgendering someone. It's not because they believe they can get away with it now. It's because they understand the process of normalizing prison over pronoun violations today so that it can become a reality in the future for the next generation. The mere exposure effect is why the concept of putting a screen in front of your child as a babysitter became normal. You saw people do it on TV when they were exhausted. You saw it in commercials. You saw it on social media. And then finally, it was normal. The mere exposure effect is also why Hollywood is flooding children's shows with woke agendas and sexual content, while most parents aren't looking because they have a trust bond with the shows they watched as a kid.
I'm Gonzarella. Calling me a she or a he doesn't feel right to me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I used the wrong name and pronouns.
Hey, Blue! Trans members of this family all love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade. Come join the fun!
The mere exposure effect is why Scholastic is featuring books pushing transgender ideology on kids. It's why Bugs Bunny was naked at a pride parade. It's why kids are bombarded with pharmaceutical ads on nearly every TV station. It's why the White House is flying a trans flag at the center of their flag display, and it's why nearly every corporation and sports team on the planet feels the need to create a custom pride logo that they use every June. It's why the Washington Post ran a piece encouraging kids to see kink at pride parades, and the New York Times ran a film review lamenting that the new Little Mermaid didn't have enough kink for their liking. It's why Target is selling trans pride toddler onesies and tuck-it swimsuits, and it's why they did TV shows and magazine covers to normalize sex changes for kids, but never did a show or cover updating you that those kids no longer identify as the sex they pretended to be on those shows or covers.
So why would corporations take part in this effort to destroy the fabric of reality as we know it? To find out, we sat down with Justin Danhoff. He's a Wall Street expert who's made it his mission to answer this question.
So how did wokeness take over corporate America?
It was a tripart takeover. It was bottom up, it was top down, and it was outside in. Top down, if you look at the banking industry, if you look at the past political affiliations of the board members, it's over 80% leaning to the left as opposed to the right. So there's no longer a balance at the top. What do I mean when I say bottom up? The same thing that's happening on college campus, we're now seeing on the corporate campuses, where conservatives, they keep their mouth shut. The woke employees, they feel very empowered because they now know the C-suite and the board agree with their woke positions. And then there's the outside in. When you talk about companies like BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, they're probably your largest shareholder, and they're demanding you take certain actions.